I got the new Blade Supply UHMW sole plates. All right, so I got something new. I got the new Blade Supply UHMW sole plates. These are the large square sole plates. They also have rounded off soles and a cheaper non-premium version that doesn't have like the lip on the side, but I got the premium squared soles. Got a little bit of extra protection over here. Beautiful backslide groove. Look at that fucking thing. So nice. The ride height is a little bit lower, and the biggest difference I've found so far just from like skating around my house and outside of my house is the responsiveness. I haven't done any grinds or slides yet, so I can't talk about that until the end of the video, but the overall responsiveness is immediately apparent. Because this is so hard, it's a lot harder than the stock sole plates, and it gives the bottom of the boot a much more stiff platform to push off of. Now, I think that might introduce more impact to my feet, so I'm wondering if that's gonna affect how well these feel or how good my feet feel at the end of a session. Because so far, my Omnis are the only skates I've ever had that I'm pain-free at the end of a session. But that was with the softer sole plates, obviously. And I definitely noticed a difference in stiffness right away. But yeah, today we're gonna skate this angle iron ledge, mostly just to try to break in the plates a little bit. Today I'm gonna give my overview on how I feel about them at the end of the video, but my real first impressions, which I like to do on my second session, will come on my next video. Because I feel like the second session is always the best for your first impression thoughts. I know that's almost counterintuitive, but it makes sense to me. These are also a little bit wider. They look a lot wider, but I measured them and it's only a difference of 2 millimeters. So not that big of a difference in width, but it certainly looks like it. But I think it's because the width stays wide throughout the whole sole plate, and on the stock sole plates it might be thinner in different areas. But feels good. So let's see how they actually perform when grinding. Looks like somebody lit something on fire over here. It's all dirty and ashy. All right, I'm gonna hit the ledge with a little bit of wax, but not too much, because I really want to see how this thing slides. I don't know if it's all placebo, but man, skating around feels so much better. I know the sole plates are definitely harder, but I didn't expect them to make such a big difference in each individual stride. I can feel the power transfer. Oh my God, that's fast. Okay, maybe I shouldn't wax it. Groove tricks are kind of always fast, but that seems a bit much. Yeah, we definitely need some wax for the sole. This ledge is really slow. Just do one coat on the whole thing. Always takes a couple attempts to work the wax in on this damn ledge. Maybe not the best one to try brand new soles out on, but we'll give it a bunch of attempts. If it doesn't speed up, then we know we got a problem.
What's going on, man?
It's
not up that you see that here.
What's up?
It's not up that you see those.
I know, everyone says that every time I show up.
Whatever they say, bro. I used to rollerblade back in the day. I won the Columbia Invitational in like '96 in Columbia, South Carolina. On a shitty pair of K2 backyard bobs.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I see some people with those still.
Yeah, and then I moved up here. Nobody rollerbladed up here.
Really?
So I started skateboarding, and I've been fucking skateboarding ever since.
That's happening.
I know you do, but those are for doing like dope.
That's what happened?
Yeah, last week a Jeep came in here and fucking slammed right up that. I think they were trying to go up it to like stance and get a picture, and they slipped off the brake or something.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, that's what all that shit is all oil and shit.
I thought somebody burned it.
Yep.
I'm gonna stay away from that. All right, it's moving now. See, it takes like 3-4 attempts to work in the wax and then flying. The sole plate definitely feels bigger than what I'm used to. I notice I'm a little bit farther away from the ledge. I can't tell you guys how much better skating around feels. My only real issues with the standard Omnis were the ride height was a little bit too tall because of the super thick sole plate, and the bottom of the boot would get very mushy after maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours skating. It'd be very noticeably mushy. So I'm very interested to see what these feel like after some long sessions in the sun or in the shade today, and it's a good breeze, so probably not gonna heat up too much. All right, that being said, I'm gonna switch my camera angle up and we're gonna do the rest of our sole tricks. It seems to be sliding really fast sometimes and not so fast other times. I think it's when I get flat on the ledge, it slows down, but then when I bone it over a little bit, it speeds up again. Yeah, that's what it is. Interesting. This is my first experience with UHMW. I've heard that it can be a bit different feeling. All right, 3 more sole grinds, and then we're moving on to acids. I can feel exactly what it is. It's the side. I'm clipping when I push my frame against the wall because the sole plate's so much bigger, or at least it feels that much bigger. I'm straightening out more and pushing my frame against it. I'm gonna wax the side. There we go. Now we're moving at the regular speed. I was getting nervous there for a second. All right, throwing a P-Star and a Mizu, and then we're gonna go to Farbs. Well, there we go. I guess I just needed to add another coat of wax. The first coat of wax probably got scraped off immediately because both of those grinds were way faster. I'm gonna start from the top again. I'm gonna do Sole, Acid, P-Star, Mizu, and then we'll go to Farb. I stuck again. I don't know why I'm still so scared of Machios. All right, let's do Farb first, and then I'll do back Unity. Well, groove tricks are really fast, as expected. All right, I'm gonna give Farb 3 more tries to clean up, and then we're gonna do back Unity. right, well, we did sole to farb, and I threw up a sole to back unity there at the end. We locked in, but it wasn't very good. So we're gonna do regular back unity, and then sole to back unity. All right, 3 more tries at a good one. I'm a bit too scared to commit to these back torques right now. I'm gonna try 3 more times and then we'll do royales. Oh yeah, this thing's sliding now. I just had to break in the sole plates. All my sole tricks are moving. I'm gonna do sole, acid, Mizu, and P-Star real quick. I just wanna do them nicely now that I have my soles moving. They just needed to be worn in a little bit. They're so much faster right now than they were in the beginning. I'm flying. Now it's moving almost too fast. All right, royale time. Oh. Yes. You just watched me fall in love with the soles. Three more attempts, we got that. I did it. Might as well do frontside unity. All right, that's gonna be it for me. This is not gonna be my first impression video. Remember, the next video will be my first impression video, but I'll quickly talk about how I felt about the break-in period today. So at first, it felt like they weren't sliding at all. I couldn't tell if that was because the ledge is sticky, which it is often sticky, or if it was because the soles were sliding slow. But after about 10, 15 attempts and re-waxing the ledges, it seems like a flip switched, and all of a sudden these things started flying almost uncomfortably fast. So there's a chance that I may have over-waxed the first time around. As soon as things started moving quickly, I was able to land all my switch ups with just about no issues. It was a little bit harder to lock in my groove tricks because obviously the corners of my grooves aren't worn in yet. So once those wear down and get broken in, I'll be able to pivot in my backside groove a lot easier. But when I did get locked in, I felt ultra locked in, and holy shit, groove tricks are fast. I'm pretty sure I won't need to wax anything for groove tricks. Sole tricks, so far, half the time they were really, really fast. The other half the time they were kind of slow. But it wasn't like slow the whole time. It was fast, slow, fast, slow. So, I don't know. Hopefully the soles just get faster and faster and faster as they get broken in. But we'll see. I'm not gonna make a judgment on them quite yet. I will say that outside of the grinds, they feel incredible. The responsiveness skating around, I know I've mentioned it a few times already, but holy shit, it feels better. So much better. Kind of feels like my factions. No extra impact through my feet. I've been skating for over an hour. My feet still feel fresh. I was able to lock in my top side rather quickly, which was nice. By the end of the session, sole tricks were absolutely flying. So it's a good indication that things are only gonna get faster and faster. But we have to go try a few different things. We gotta try cement ledges, and we have to try PVC. The last session I skated with Jeff, he was using these sole plates on the PVC and they were flying, so shouldn't be too much issues with that. And cement ledges almost always slide well. But it's hard to tell because Jeff is so good, he's gonna make damn near everything slide. So when you watch someone like me with bad form putting their weight in the wrong place, it can really highlight if things are moving quickly and moving slowly. Because a lot of the times when my sole plate was sliding a little bit inconsistently, it's because I was sliding completely flat. I wasn't bowing over my knee. And I think that's part of the reason that's happening is the sole plates aren't broken in, so I'm not able to roll over the edge. Like in my stock Omni soles, they're so broken in, they're so rounded off. It's almost like an angled sole at the edge where I can just roll it over, no problem. But this is still like a hard edge that needs to be broken in. Like, let me show you guys an example. Right here, it doesn't as easily roll over because this edge right here isn't completely broken in. Once that gets rounded off, I should be able to get over like this a lot easier. I remember I had that problem with my blanks. When I first started skating my blanks on angle iron, I felt like I was getting stuck to the ledge because the sole plate is just so big and it's completely flat. So you just, so much sole. It's definitely a bit of an adjustment, but brand new sole plates, not broken in at all. I was able to do basically all of my tricks and most of my switch ups and get my royales first try. It felt like months that my royales were completely inconsistent. Some sessions I would have them, other sessions they would just be completely gone. But I'm pretty sure I hit 5 straight royales in a row right off top. Feeling really good about those. You know what, let's do one more royale to take us out of here. We can clean that up. Oh man, now I'm getting stuck on this. Done.